Hi guys, this is my first attempt in making hog head cheese. So to get started, what I did, I took all the meat from half a hog head. I used 2 pig feet split and 2 pig ears outside of the pig ear that was on the hog head. Fat back to make it really pop, and meaty. I also use meaty pork shoulder. So we're gonna get started with what goes in next, which would be the seasoning. I'll be right back with that. Okay, now back. This is step 2. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cure my meat. And this is optional, but curing the meat allows you to extend the shelf life. And it also gives your hog head incredible flavor. And it allows the meat to retain its color. And so what I'm using for this is the seasoning to cure it with. I'm using the kosher salt, peppercorn, red crushed pepper, and bay leaves. So let's get going with it. And also you got to make sure that your pig feet, which I'm going to set these aside and put them in last. And okay, let's do the flavoring. Okay, mix it up, mix it in well. And also the fat back has salted fat back, so they're gonna also help with the seasoning. Okay, now pass that. I want to add a little more. I don't want it to be too hot, but I do like it to have that kick. Okay, guys, I'll come back. I'm going to bag this up, and we'll go to step number 3. Okay, I have placed all my meat in a large storage bag, and take all the air that you can pretty much get out of it, so that once you put it in the refrigerator to cure, you want it to be as airtight as possible. So now I use these large storage bags. This is what I have, and I get them from the dollar store. And so, now it goes in the refrigerator 2 to 3 days, and that's a short time. And the only reason I'm able to put it in there for that amount of time is because I did cut my meat up in squares. So cut them up in like 2-inch squares. So now I'll be back after the meat cured, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, it has been 3 days. My meat has been curing. Now that process is completed. Now what I want to do is I'm gonna take the meat with the bones, like my pig feet and my shoulder bone. I want to take it out and separate it with cheesecloth. With the cheesecloth, I'm going to separate all the meat that's in my meat, which is the pig feet, shoulder bone for flavor, and I'm going to separate them and put them in a cheesecloth so I can boil these separate from my other meat. All the other meat that's in the pot does not have bones. So that way, once it's done boiling, what I would do is separate the bones from only this meat. So I'm going to tie this. This is my pig feet, my shoulder bone, only meat that has the bones. So I want to tie this in a knot. And next, I'm going to cut up all my vegetables for the flavor. Okay, guys, these are the vegetables I'm going to use for my stock. I have celery, carrots, tomato, parsley, leeks, lemon to thicken, garlic, and onion. Give them a good rinse, and now we'll go from there. You really can use any vegetables that you desire to use in yours, but these are the ones, the basic ones that I use. Okay, have my pan. Okay, carrots. Wash your fingers. Okay. Just for the carrots, let's get the leeks. Okay, onion. Okay. All that, I gotta take 3 cloves of this and 3 whole garlic. Okay, I think I take my leeks. I want to rinse these. I don't remember doing this. 1 second. Okay, this is more for color than flavor. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, let's go for, I want to use 3 garlics, but my husband is not a fan of garlic, so I think I better stay on the safe side and use 2. But now let's go with our tomatoes. That's good. You gotta do 3 tomatoes. Okay, last but not least, my lemons. These are gonna all be wrapped in a cheesecloth, so I'm not gonna even worry about the seeds. Okay, now got the vegetables all ready to be. I could add a little pepper flakes in here, red pepper flakes, just to give it that heat. And so guys, I'll be right back when I get my cheesecloth to wrap my vegetables. Okay guys, I'm gonna do the same thing with these vegetables that I did with my pig feet, the meat that had bones in them. I'm gonna put it in a cheesecloth so they can cook by themselves. So separate them from the meat, because all the other meat, the meat has no bones. So put all my vegetables in the cheesecloth, and now tie them together. Get it ready for my pot. Okay, I have my stock pot ready, and now it's time to put my meat and get it ready for a good boil. Okay, this is the pig feet in there. Now I have to do my veggies. Pretty. It'll boil down. Okay, now I'm going to run my water in, and as it cooks, it's going to go down. The meat would go down in the pot more. So when we get the boiling going, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I had to use 2 stock pots. I had so many vegetables and quite a bit of meat. So what I did to keep from losing my vegetables, I split it up a little. So this is my first time doing this, so I'll bring this to a boil and we'll go from there. Okay, this is 4.5 hours later, and I think it's ready. This is how I want my meat to pretty much look. The vegetables all tucked in. Yeah. So let's get started with letting it cool off, and then we'll come back right back. Okay, here's my meat. After boiling it and taking it out I picked to make sure no bones are in here. I did my pig fish separate, and I did take some of the broth. I skipped letting you guys see that, but I did take some of the broth and placed it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes to let me know is it where I want it to be. And so far it is. I did 2 pots, 2 separate pots. That larger pot, I really, really like the thickness of it. So now, what I'm going to do, I am going to blend my, I had the skins and some of the fats from my pig ears and my pig feet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grind that so I can put it in with my other meat. I'll be right back. Okay, here's my vegetables. They're all chopped. Now what I'm doing, I'm whisking up 3 eggs, whites. Now I mix my vegetables. Now I did take some of my hot liquid and tempered the egg well into the egg white, because this is what's gonna help us separate our liquids and clarify it. Okay, now I'm going to take you over to the stove. So what I'm doing, I'm going to take the vegetables, I'm going to add it to my juice, my fluid, my juices, sorry. So we'll give it a few minutes and it should rise to the top. Since this is a rather big pot, I think I better put the rest of them in. Okay. Hit, give it, once it hit a boil, I'll be right back. Hey, with my vegetables in my pot, I'm trying to make this consomme and just trying to build a little opening. We use these vegetables to filter out. Okay, it's getting there. No. This is not really an easy thing. I just want it big enough for my. I guess this might be just as bored to watch as it is to do. So, be back when I make that hole. Okay, I finally got me a opening. Now, well, here I use cheesecloth over the pot that I want my consomme to go into. And so all my liquids will be strained before I pour it into my containers. After this process, I'll be back. Now that I've strained all my liquids from the meat, from the vegetables, I have these cute little containers that I'm going to fill. These are my little giveaways. So, I'll fill these and go back and put a little bit more meat. Oops, oops, oops. So when I'm done, refrigerator, I got a bigger container I'm gonna add some meat to make a big loaf of hot air cheese. Now, I'll be back with you tomorrow morning. Okay, guys, this is the next day. I couldn't wait to see how they're formed. I bought little containers because I'll be giving them out. But I love the way the firmness is. I'm going to turn one over. Come right out the pack. Nice and firm. These are giveaways. And I'll test one out. And so, with these little containers came the little forks, which is so cool. Snaps on better. I think I bent this a little. There we go. I want to cut it to show how firm they, I cut one just to show the firmness. Okay, let's try it. Let's do this one. I love these little containers. I mean, they pop right out. Okay, let's give this just a little cut test. Oh, wow, nice and firm. I like to eat mine with crackers. There we go. Let's get a cracker and give it a taste test. This is pretty thick for a cracker for me. So let's cut it across again. Wow, cuts right into it. Meaty. Very good. Spicy. Flavorful. Very good. So, this is how, and I have some large loaves, but this is pretty much how they all turn out. So very good. This is my first video. I hope you guys subscribe and like. It's very tasty. See you next time.